So, what is escrow? That's a great question, and I want to answer that as simply as I can for you. Let's look at the first, I guess, major way escrow is used, and I'll kind of do a little drawing here. Forgive me if my drawing's not the best. But we have the buyer and the seller in a real estate transaction, and often there's some things that need to happen, like one of them being earnest money. And we won't go into what that is today. I'll make another video all about what earnest money is. But when the buyer is putting in that earnest money, what could happen is they just give that earnest money directly to the seller and then hope if anything in that contract allows the money to come back, that the money will come back. That's one way to do it without an escrow account, but that's a little riskier. And I'm not saying that every seller would take advantage of that, but all of a sudden you're introducing the possibility of bringing in courts and suing if they don't give you the money you were expecting back because of some type of contingency. I'm using a lot of different words that, let's just say this, it's a lot more risky to do it without an escrow, and most places won't allow you to do it without an escrow account. So, what is an escrow account? Escrow kind of sits in the middle, right here. And escrow, what happens is instead of you bringing your money and giving it right to the buyer or the seller, you would put your earnest money here with all the documents, and the escrow account is going to make sure that according to the contract, those funds go where they're needed. So let's say that you did your inspection, you didn't like what you saw, and so you're gonna cancel this transaction. Because it was a contingency, those funds would go back to you and you wouldn't have to try to fight the seller on it. The escrow sits in the middle. The other way as well. Let's say that the buyer backs out and they really shouldn't have, then the funds will go to the seller because it's all based on this third party who has the documents in hand. And so that's probably one of the most popular ways of understanding escrow. There is another way, and with that, you've already purchased the property and now you have a mortgage payment. So let's just say you got your mortgage right here. And inside this mortgage, it's going to be broken down into a few ways. You've got your principal, you've got your interest, you've got your taxes, and you've got your insurance. Now, when it comes to this, obviously, two of these will be going to the bank. Principal pays down what you owe. Interest is basically their fee for lending you that money. And then we've got these two right here. We've got taxes and insurance. These often go into an escrow account, if I can spell it there, an escrow account, and that is paid for you. So whenever the government comes saying, I need our property taxes, it's paid out of that savings fund that you pay already in your monthly mortgage. It gets set aside into that escrow for that to pay for your taxes, but also for your insurance. Often that also goes through escrow when you're getting a normal residential deal. And so this is what escrow is in its simplest form. And so I hope that makes sense. And if you have any other questions, you can feel free to reach out to me down below. If you're trying to buy or sell here in Southern Oregon, I'd love to chat. You can actually text the number right on the screen. But I do hope you have a wonderful day. And YouTube says this video is good. I encourage you to watch it.